We are in an interesting time in our history when it comes to legalizing marijuana. Have any of you had personal experiences with this topic? Do you know how many states have legalized medical marijuana use? And also, do you think there's any benefit to this? What current states have legalized medical marijuana use? 29 states and the District of Columbia currently have laws broadly legalizing marijuana in some form. 7 states and the District of Columbia have adopted the most expansive laws for legalizing marijuana. Most recently, California, Massachusetts, Maine, and Nevada have all passed measures in November legalizing recreational use. A number of states have also decriminalized the possession of small amounts of marijuana. Final rules for recently passed medical marijuana laws are pending in Arkansas, North Dakota, and Florida. Marijuana legalization status. The states that have broadly legalized marijuana: Montana, Arizona, New Mexico, North Dakota, Wisconsin, Illinois, Arkansas, Louisiana, Florida, New York, Vermont, New Jersey, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. States that have legalized marijuana for recreational use: Washington, Oregon, Nevada, California, Colorado, Maine, and Massachusetts. States that have no broad laws yet to legalize marijuana is Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Iowa, Missouri, Wisconsin, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, North Dakota, and West Virginia. Do some states allow limited access under circumstances to marijuana? States like Alabama and Mississippi maintain laws permitting medical marijuana to severe epileptic conditions. Virginia enacted laws decades ago allowing for the possessing of marijuana if individuals received prescriptions from doctors. Federal law, however, prohibits doctors from quote-unquote prescribing marijuana, rendering those laws invalid. Doctors can only write a quote-unquote recommendation, which is different. Illinois extends and expands medical marijuana program. Quote-unquote political leaders extend medical marijuana pilot program to July 2020 and added post-traumatic stress disorder and terminal illness as qualifying conditions. In a potentially significant proposed change to law, doctors will no longer have to recommend cannabis, but only certify that there is a bona fide doctor-to-patient relationship and that the patient has one of 40 specified qualifying conditions. State versus federal perspective. At the federal level, marijuana is classified Schedule I substance under the Controlled Substance Act. Schedule I substances have high potential of dependency and no accepted medical use, making distribution of medical marijuana a federal offense. In August 2013, the U.S. Department of Justice announced an update to their marijuana enforcement policy. The statement reads that while marijuana remains illegal federally, U.S. DOJ expects states like Colorado and Washington to create a quote-unquote strong state-based enforcement efforts and will defer to the right to challenge their legalization laws at this time. 29 out of 50 United States currently have laws broadly legalizing marijuana in some form. Some medical marijuana laws are broader than others. Which type of medical conditions that allow for treatment varying from state to state. Because marijuana is still federally classified as a Schedule I drug with no medical benefits, states will continue to pass legislative initiatives piece by piece. I discussed medical marijuana, federal versus state laws, the history of legislation, and the facts are available in order to understand where we are nationally. Marijuana has always been a controversial subject, and we are seeing constant changes every time an election comes around. And thank you for my speech.